Caroline Poynton is recording Tousi TV today on YouTube. The police attack people. Bastard.
Welcome back to Tousi TV, your
Welcome
global
back,
news
mate.
channel. We have some more breaking news.
Police
This
out,
time coming from London in
London
the United
style.
Kingdom. Absolute crazy scenes in East London, in Canary Wharf, as the police have started their massive crackdown on the anti-illegal migrant protesters and the British patriots. We also have some updates coming from Epping, outside the infamous hotel, the migrant hotel, Bell Hotel. And as the leader of the protest has now been arrested for flying the Union flag, the flag of the kingdom. And we're going to get your reaction in this live stream as usual. I mean, at this point, the biggest concern is the fact that the police started to pepper spray not just the protesters, but also the new media journalists and the friends of Tousi TV, including Jack Hatfield and of course young Bob, who was there. He also, of course, is a child. He's literally 17. Got pepper sprayed, and there was also a couple of other children, one of them aged 11, and an older lady who also was pepper sprayed. First, let's go to the moment it started kicking off in Canary Wharf. This is the protests that are targeting the Britannia International Hotel in the area. Of course, we have reported from there a number of times. Rule Britannia started to ring out as the Patriots took over the Canary Wharf shopping centre in the protest against the illegal migrant men who are being dumped into their community. This started. Out there, they've also joined women, children, girls, everybody.
Bless them all, bless you, God bless you all, man. God love you all, bless you all for it.
And the pink ladies were there with
the pink ladies.
That says we are not far right. The main reason they started doing this was to gain more attention because, of course, the police have been containing these protests outside the Britannia Hotel. The police were not too happy about this stunt, saying that you're getting too much attention now. The people are getting annoyed. We are guessing people are getting annoyed in the shopping centre, so we are going to be issuing section this and section that to do the crackdown. That it started from there. Then, of course, a huge police presence was already there anyway. They were escorting them. They were just monitoring the situation. And then they decided to say you have to leave. The protesters said no, and obviously things kicked off. Let's just go to the moment more police officers went into Canary Wharf Shopping Centre, and the Pink Ladies were also still marching towards it. This is a big shout out to Emma Donwell. This is Emma's footage. We've got footage from Emma, we've got footage from Jack Hatfield.
Good work, guys. Good work. Thank you. I wish you could be there. Good work from them. I wish I could have been there. Not get pepper spray, right? But yeah.
Then following this, the Pink Ladies were leading this march once again in Canary Wharf. Obviously led the whole thing into the actual shopping centre, and they started chanting before the police started acting up. Let's go.
Oh.
This is from Jack Hatfield.
Good on you, Jack. Thank you, Jack.
This is before things kicked off.
Well, good on Jack for doing this, thank you. Whoever Jack is, but thanks. Oh. God bless you all, man. Thank you.
The police are just walking with them.
Go say, it's making me feel emotional, it's cute. Kiss time is a wanker.
Yes, Dharma is a W anchor.
Well, he is.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of, I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of good people there, but there's also some Arsenal supporters.
Arsenal supporters.
No one's perfect. But then Lorraine from the Pink Ladies
Hello, Lorraine.
said that the group would be protesting properly in Canary Wharf, and but to put pressure on the businesses to support their campaign.
They don't like to do that.
And shut down the Britannia Hotel. This came from Lorraine of the Pink Ladies, and then the police decided to get a little bit angry because they were still standing in the middle.
Sure. Cheeky bastards, the police. The cheeky bastards, aren't they, the police? Bullies, man. Not police, the terrorists.
So this was the moment that police realized this is not a good idea because they're going to be here all the time now.
Go on, lady. Go on, love.
That's Lorraine.
Hello, Lorraine. Ah, so little lady.
Shut it down, they say.
Ah. not doing any harm though, are they? Not damaging anything or doing any harm. So what are they going moaning at? If they were harming stuff that you can understand. Well, they're not harming no one. I mean, okay.
Jack Hatfield reported
They're not harming anyone.
he was pepper sprayed.
So there's no need for that, is there?
Was pepper sprayed. A couple of children, one of them aged 11 was pepper sprayed, and an older lady as well. This is where things started to heat up massively. Let's go to that moment.
It's where the police have nasty bastards.
Police are not happy. And then, if you pay attention to, there is a police officer with a beard to the left. That one, the one on the right, that guy. Keep your eye on that one, and there's another one. Basically, keep an eye on any police officer with a beard, because I'm gonna show you the moment the pepper spray starts. Look towards the middle. I'll pause the moment as well. So it's actually the one that you can hardly see, right behind the one with the beard, to the right of it. Look at that one. Wait, look at that one. He also has a beard. He's that pepper spray. He's pepper spray. See? Jack also, obviously Jack is filming, he got pepper sprayed.
Oh my God!
Then a few minutes later, Jack managed to get himself sorted out, and his immediate reaction to, I mean, he was just filming, he's just a reporter, he wasn't causing any trouble, but the police obviously just targeted anybody. Young Bob was also pepper sprayed, and a young child. Let's quickly go to...
That's a bit naughty, that.
It's absolutely insane, by the way. Let's go to the moment, reaction from Jack.
Police are turning up people.
Crazy. I've never had anything like this before. I've done it to my eyes. I think this is just wet. Just a bit terrible. I can feel my face burning though. I don't like a minute. This has been the most crazy police thing I've seen so far here in Canary Wharf.
Yes, and following that, we also had a reaction from Lorraine, who was obviously the leader of the Pink Ladies. She also obviously got targeted because they knew that they had to basically target her because she's a ringleader. And according to the police, she's one of the troublemakers. She's a nice old lady. I mean, she's not even that old, by the way. But she's an older protester compared to all the others. Let's go to her. Actually, I think she's in her 70s.
Yeah.
I'm 70 years old!
70, yeah.
That's just incredible.
Yes, sir.
demonstration in Canary Wharf. I saw the police officer get it out. This is incredible. Everyone's choking. There's been another journalist as well. Another journalist was here, just been pepper sprayed.
Another journalist. So we now have confirmation that 4 more people have now been arrested in Canary Wharf in relation to what's been happening over the last few hours. And 2 more arrests also took place straight after that outside the shopping centre. The police issued the anti-mask order, and then everybody got caught in the absolute kettle. The police started kettling everybody and detaining all those who were already there. And I think we can go to the next report, which also comes from Jack. Jack Hatfield got kettled by the police as well. This is just outside the building. Yeah, the police completely lost it. The latest info update is the 4 who have now been arrested as well. Today has been absolutely insane.
I tell you what, this is out of order. Why are you doing this? I've been spraying the face.
Journalists shouldn't get sprayed. New media journalists shouldn't be pepper sprayed, but the police don't really recognize the new media journalists and reporters as what they are. They see everybody as troublemakers. That's the problem with policing right now in Britain.
Somebody else get arrested.
They're taking them away. That police officer looks shattered and exhausted. Look at her. She has no energy anymore.
So nice, let's go home. Shut you up. And go home
Yeah, they're saying they've issued the anti-mask order to uncover your face. Otherwise you will be arrested. They tend not to do it much with the left and the Islamist side.
I noticed that, yeah. They don't do anything for
But
that.
they should.
Yeah, but they should, but they don't.
They should have equal treatment.
Yeah, but they don't.
Anyway, so that's happened. But then things kicked off everywhere, including Essex over the last couple of hours. In Epping, outside the Bell Hotel, Sarah, who is one of the protest leaders and the movement in Epping, made a speech before getting arrested, by the way. But I don't know if actually it was Sarah or someone else got arrested. We'll double check that. But she made a speech outside the Bell Hotel, calling, this is the new campaign now, calling on people obviously across the country to withhold their council tax, to stop paying the council tax, because of course that money will fund the local councils who are using the resources to support their migrant hotel projects. Let's go to Jack Hatfield reporting from the Belfort.
On the binman and that's it.
As proud English men and women,
Oh, and the fireman.
steadfast in our resolve to uphold our constitutional and common law rights as subjects of this great nation, England. These rights enshrined by our own English Convention Parliament and safeguarded by the English Bill of Rights
And she
include the supremacy clause that no foreign court or convention can override. We assert
And the
our
more people that don't pay it, the more they can't do anything about it.
peacefully,
So just don't pay it.
a right woven into the fabric of our
That's what I've been
history.
saying, do
From
not
the
pay.
peasants' revolt
The more
started
people
in
don't pay it,
Essex,
there's
the
nobody
people
gonna
Yes,
of
Sarah was
Manchester,
arrested.
the
Yeah,
people of
double check.
Essex once repelled a Napoleonic
be arrested for?
invasion. As an English town, we declare that we will not consent to governance that endangers our community.
What's the arrested
In
for?
response to the misinformation and propaganda disseminated by the British
You can't just
Broadcasting
arrest her for that, can you?
Corporation and others. We refuse to pay the television
No one's being
license fee.
dangerous, no one's violent, no one's doing anything.
Furthermore, we will not pay council tax. As payment of taxes has long been a legitimate form of protest in our land, we call upon English people to join us in this peaceful stand. Raise the colours.
I'm not paying for it.
St.
I'm not
George
paying
Cross
for it.
across England.
Don't pay your bills. Don't pay gas and electric because they're being funded for theirs. So why should we pay
Let
ours?
us unite in these actions. Refuse the licence fee. Withhold
Refuse to pay.
council tax. And display our flags with pride. This is our message. And we ask you to share it with the nation. Protect our children.
Good lady, go on woman, go on! Go on, love. Well appreciated that. I don't know what they've arrested her for. Or what have they arrested this lady for?
Following this, ladies and gentlemen, the latest update that we now have is that Sarah, the protest leader in Epping, was arrested outside the Epping Forest local council for flying the Union flag, as you can see in this image. Because apparently that is the sign of being a troublemaker. Let's go to the moment when Sarah was arrested.
Excuse me.
So I can't capture everything.
It's a bit blurry.
It looks like the police are trying to cause a scene. Look at that. Look what they're doing. Look what the police are doing. What are they doing? What are the police doing there? What are they doing? Have a look at this. Look at the police behaviour.
That's
What are they
enough.
doing to this lady?
What the fucking doing to get off me, you bastard! You fucking cheater! I want his bastard number! Yeah, we want your number, you cunt!
Anyone seeing that?
This is crazy, by the way.
Look what they're doing.
They've ripped all the jeans.
Look how they're treating the shop, this lady.
They're just following orders, as they would say.
Yeah, when they move home, that's okay.
Was they trying to rape her? They've ripped all her clothes. They've raped her there. They've tried to rip her clothes.
Reaction to
They've ripped all her clothes. That's rape. That's
from,
classed as rape if you rip somebody's clothes like that. That's raping someone nearly.
This is Orla Maniane, who is the reform candidate for Epping herself. Orla has now posted saying that tonight my dear friend Sarah was arrested. Her crime, holding a Union Jack flag outside the Epping Forest Council offices. 4 policemen wrestled her to the ground with such force and aggression that women and children were screaming and crying, watching on. She was handcuffed and thrown into the back of a meat wagon. Sarah is 5'3" and weighs 7 stone. Never in my life have I witnessed anything as horrific.
It's abuse,
She's now in a police cell, and I'm on my way to tell her children that their mom is in police custody for holding our country's flag. This is another sad day
her. That was
for
raping her.
this country.
Why is her jeans
Hang
all
your
ripped
head
like
in
that?
shame,
That's
Metropolitan
raping
Police,
someone.
Keir Starmer,
And they can't do that. There's 4
Cooper.
men.
A reckoning
Where's your
is
police
coming.
lady? They can't just
We
arrest them.
are
Where's your police
Epping.
lady?
That was a statement from Orla, and
Where's all their
but
video
the
cameras?
protests are now widespread across the country. We also have some footage from Norwich, a massive local group that also decided to come out. Let's quickly go to Norwich. Well done, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for more updates. In the meantime, let's get some reaction. We got Sue in the super chats. Thank you, Sue, saying stormtroopers. Yep, absolutely. But they're just following orders. Don't forget about that. Andy says, what hell is our pathetic government doing and thinking we need a general election now? Yeah, if you keep continuing to put pressure, of course, we might potentially have the Labour Party pushing Starmer out, which will force a snap election. Elizabeth says, if Queen Elizabeth were alive, she would slap Prince Charles across the face. He will lose the monarchy.
Yeah.
He is no king. Yeah, I mean, they're sovereign. It's quite fascinating how when it comes to certain political things, the monarch, King Charles, would get involved. But with other things, well, it's not my job to get involved. It's everything is political when it doesn't suit him.
Yeah.
But when it suits the palace, this thing is not political.
Yeah.
It's just about humanity. Of course we have to intervene. Greta Thunberg told me. So some things apparently are not political, even though they are political. Some other things, which are supposed to be about the country, the state of the kingdom, are too political for the crown to get involved. Yeah, Moog says, organizer of Epping arrested for Union Jack, hanging Union Jack. Yes, thanks, Mia Moog. Minimal Review says that Tousi, absolutely awesome frontline reporting. Thank you. Although, unlike 2 days ago when we were actually on the ground, big shout out goes to Jack, Young Bob, AY Audit, and all the others who obviously have helped us get all this footage. John says, Sarah, a Reform UK member too. Yep, both Sarah and Orla are Reform UK. Let's see if they're going to get into trouble for that. Sue says, whatever happens on the 13th of September, be aware of inflation I think it's infiltration. And listen to the organizers because they want to push rioting. As an American, my heart is with you and my prayers. Yeah, the thing about the 13th of September rally is that because it's going to be probably the biggest rally we've seen on this side of the political aisle, you will definitely going to have people to infiltrate and basically cause chaos, to blame it on the majority of those who are attending. So everybody must be on alert, and there will be a lot of obviously volunteers to help the organizers and Tommy's team, so that hopefully they will do a good job. God's best friend says Starmer turned the flag to a floor washing cloth. Yeah, you can't actually fly the flag. That is a very naughty thing to do in the UK. Save our country. You think about it, about 10 years ago, Angela Merkel was on stage in Germany, and somebody handed her the flag of Germany, and she just picked it out. She's like, nope, put it away. We prefer the EU flag. Everybody was outraged, rightly so. But we thought that's the limit. That our liberal globalist politicians, they do one by one, especially in a country like Germany. Yeah, we're not going to be. I personally, as your chancellor, I'm not going to fly the flag of my own country. The rest of you, you can do whatever you want. And it was embarrassing for Deutschland. But we've now reached a point. But in Britain, you could get arrested. It's not just that your leader doesn't actually fly the flag. The problem has reached a whole new level in Britain where you shouldn't even touch the flag at this point. Yeah. If you put the flag up on top of things, then you probably get a 10-year sentence at this point. Is Bob okay? Yeah, he's a little bit better, but I mean, he's shooting. He, Jack, and all the other new media reporters, they shouldn't get pepper sprayed. We have to go with the king. If the police are trying to break things up, and if the police are facing challenges and confrontation, someone who's getting aggressive, you need to target them. And if you want to have a chat with them, or tackle them, or arrest them, question them, I don't care. But if people are reporting, standing on the side, you can't just randomly pepper spray everybody. No. There are rules and regulations for the police, and they know this. It's quite interesting to see actually if there's going to be any investigation into this, because in case you don't know, the policing in this country is extremely bureaucratic. So that's why at times you don't really have.
This is why they don't want the media.
The police doing the right thing because they feel restricted. It happens a lot. And they complain. They say, well, we can't really do that because the left, for example, or the Islamists, if we push them like this, they could sue us. They have a lot of restrictions, right? But somehow they feel slightly more relaxed when it comes to dealing with either right-wingers or just patriots or just anybody who's not left-wing or Islamist. English people. Because last time, the last example that we had, big case when it came to pepper spraying, was with Tommy Robinson. Yeah. And he was pepper sprayed. He was dragged out of the place where he was having breakfast in the morning. And the police unnecessarily pepper sprayed him. And Tommy Robinson won that case. He had to go to court.
Absolutely no reason to do that for.
Court in Westminster.
No reason whatsoever.
The police somehow lost
There's no reason for them to pepper sprayed anybody in there then.
The footage got lost.
Nobody's got weapons or anything. Nobody was fighting anybody. Nobody was causing any sort of damage or anything to
Tommy's case, they're like, oh yeah, we made a mistake because we're dyslexic. That was the excuse from the police officer's position.
To do that.
So they know how to find loopholes to avoid the restrictions and bureaucracy when it comes to dealing with anybody who's not left-wing. But when it comes to the other side, we can't do this, we can't do that.
Do that, because you get sued.
Big up Tousi, I've been reporting again, pal. Thank you, Pork Chop Media. Keep up the great work, everybody. Stu says the right to fly the flag isn't political, Charlie. Yeah, tell him that. Politicians tell you who they are fighting for when they are in office. Labour's people are not the British. Best of luck from the US to my UK family. Thank you so much, everybody from around the world for showing support. Elizabeth also says, if Charles can't do anything, what use is a king?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be for emergencies, and apparently
I've been saying there's no emergency. Can fuck off.
Yes, the king isn't supposed to get involved with politics, but the king should get involved.
Fuck off. It's not his land, it's not belong there, he's German.
But apparently
He
everything
belongs
is
to
fine.
fucking
Don't worry about it.
Hitler.
Because the BBC tells us everything is fine.
Yeah, it's not
And
fine,
Lorraine
is
is telling us
Hitler?
everything is fine. So everything is fine
Another
in Britain,
fucking
guys.
version
Nothing
of
is happening.
Hitler's fucking,
No
at least
one's
Hitler
upset.
had a bit of sense of
Nobody's
bastard
unhappy.
humour. Not that I'm
It's
sticking
all
up for
just some
Hitler
sort of
or anything,
far-right
I'm just
conspiracy
trying to
theory.
say at least
It's all a
Hitler
myth.
had some
Everything
sort
is
of
good.
sense of
Everyone's happy.
humour compared to being
All right,
fucking
Andrew
out.
says, will the police
He's got
now
no
arrest
humour
their
whatsoever.
colleagues who display the Union flag
That
on their
fucking
uniform?
Starmer gone wrong.
I know.
No humour
By the
whatsoever.
way, apparently the Heathrow Airport is now going to be sponsoring the Reform UK conference in a couple of months, in a
We've
month or
got
so,
the worst
which is
two
going to be
people to
causing
run the
so much
country
outrage.
ever. The
The
king that's not a
political left
fucking
is now
king
are now
and
going to be
fucking
boycotting the
government
Heathrow
that's
Airport. By the way,
fucking not the
Heathrow,
government, he's a
of course, the
terrorist.
biggest airport that we have, are still.
I'm going to say we don't have any governments anymore.
They have union flags.
The quicker I get used to that saying, we
logo,
don't have
which
a
is kind of
government, we have,
interesting that they're not giving
we
up.
have what we call,
But,
what
there's
I'd
still
be saying,
corporations.
free
Most of the
fucking
funds still
England.
actually controlled by
But we have
foreign
what we
money.
call,
But the management itself,
we now have a
they
terrorist
are brave enough to
organisation,
go
we don't have
to
a
the
government.
Reform UK conference. There's going to be a
We have a terrorist organisation
says,
called
have,
fucking
no
Labour. Free
spend
fucking England.
Sundays. Withhold, have no spend Sundays. Withhold council.
Free England
that's the biggest
from the
message,
terrorist
from today,
organisation
which is
called
about,
fucking Labour.
the new
Kiss
campaign that's now
Starmer.
started to tell people in the country, especially in Epping and in those places, to stop paying council tax. Obviously, I cannot advocate for that because obviously it would be a.
Because
I
we
can't
are
condone that
in, now in the
but
Jurassic
I'm
Park.
reporting that there are others who are pushing for this
We
new
need to put the
campaign.
borders up
before the
around
police knock
southern
on my
France
door
and
again.
bastard Germany, because I'm sick of that Brussels and
Let's
Germany.
see.
And
I'm not
France.
giving you guys tax advice, let's just say.
Taking all our money
TTF
and
says they
doing
didn't catch the
fuck
previous
all.
videos live,
All
but
they
have
want
been
is the
watching for a
fucking
while,
life
and the
jackets back
Japanese
to
have
send
the
some more
Yakuza,
fucking whatever,
to
the
come
dinosaurs
accept,
over.
of accommodate Islam. What have we got? F all.
Exactly.
Catherine
Fuck
says
off.
things are rapidly degenerating. Oh, and I'm afraid for the future, it's all kicking up. As I
We've
said,
got
the BBC is telling us everything's fine. It's
fuck
chill, right?
all out
Don't
it
complain.
all.
And no one's complaining. That's what they're saying. Let's go to the members of Tousi TV Plus in our chat forum. Obviously, if you want to be a member, you can scan the QR code right here or go on tousi.tv, get access to the full channel. Lisa says, well, as an Israeli, I can clearly tell that we might be the only Western country that truly cares for free speech. We don't get arrested for protesting and we can say whatever we want about our politicians. Yeah, I feel it's a lost cause for the UK. Yeah, we get, but the thing is, in Israel, you guys have actual democracy and free speech.
We don't have fuck all
You literally had a
anymore.
senior judge
Told you,
who was a
we
Muslim
don't have anything
who
because we've been
prosecuted
taken
a
over
Jewish
by a
leader.
terrorist
So,
organisation called Labour.
Actually,
Free
we are going to have
England
that.
from
But
a
not for
terrorist
those reasons.
organisation
We're going to have a
called
lot of
Labour.
those judges
Kiss
for
Starmer.
very, very different reasons. Deb says this will give
Free
Stalin another
England,
excuse to
free
crack down on
England,
patriots.
we're
Oh, yeah,
begging
of
the
course.
fucking
They are now going to put
world
like extra
to
security
free
at Canary
England
Wharf
from the
shopping
terrorist
centre because obviously the
organisation
pink
called
ladies and
fucking
Lorraine
Labour.
announced that they're going to be there every week.
Kid bastard
So,
Starmer.
the problem we have is that I wish I could be there because next week
And
I'm
the
not
rest
going
of
to be
them.
around
And the
because
bastard
I'm getting
king.
married.
We've
So,
got the worst two
and
people
then
ever
straight
going
after
to
we're
look
going to
after
the
this
honeymoon.
country.
But don't worry, the channel
How
will
the
continue
fuck did
reporting.
we
We're
end
still
up
going to have our
with these?
TCTV
How the
reporters
fuck
on the
did we
ground.
end up with the worst
I
two
myself
people ever
will be
going in the
around for a
world?
bit, but
Was the
I will be
fucking Joe
reporting
Biden.
from
How
the
fuck did
honeymoon.
we ended up with that?
I know I'm supposed to be enjoying the honeymoon, but I
How
can
is the
still
UK
spend about
ended up
an
with
hour or
that?
two talking to you guys as well while my future wife, Danielle, will take a nap, I guess. But yeah, so the wedding is coming up in a few days.
Have a good night.
Actually, you might get a surprise on the channel when it comes to the wedding day. I've been
Are you
negotiating
going to give us a little
in
glimpse of
a
something?
potential
Go on,
live
mate,
stream at
please.
some point. All
I mean,
right.
no one's going to be able to see anything out of it. It's just a little bit.
They don't want the pink ladies to be shown on the mainstream
You don't
media.
have to show us everything,
as
it's a
just
little bit
mothers
private
are
and
protecting their
Just a little-
children because they're brainwashed.
Maybe like
might start
when
to
you're doing
think
a little
themselves
speech, when you're doing
women.
your speech,
Yep.
that'll be
Yep.
nice.
They tend
If
not
you
to
do
show
that part, that little
the
part when
pink
you're
ladies.
doing
They
your
tend to
speech.
just show those who are
That'd be a nice
covering their
little part
faces,
to be able to show.
the lads, as they call them. But the kids are far right football hooligans. who practice Marxism and bully Starmer's disabled queer Palestinian
And I'm
friends.
not copywriting.
So the
I am
police
just
has to
replaying
arrest
it
them. The
and
thing is that the police didn't
commenting,
actually even go to
putting my
arrest
own comment on it.
The kids. Do you know what the police did with the kids today?
I'm sorry I have to swear sometimes,
That's
but
worse
it's
than arresting
pissing
them.
me off.
That
I mean,
is
when
so
they do things like that, I'm sorry, but
disgusting.
it's
It's
pissing me
mostly
off.
because
I'm sorry I have to swear.
they weren't even checking. As I
It's
explained the whole
annoying, man,
problem
with
with
the spraying
bureaucracy
kids
and
with-
restrictions on the British
And
police.
yeah, but
They have
there's
to be
no
careful with
need for them to
everything.
spray
Anything they
anybody.
do, the police have to be careful, which makes things harder. But today, somehow, they were just closing their eyes, pepper spraying everybody, left, right, and centre, without checking. That's not right. Scrolls away says that the more the establishment push, the greater the pushback. This won't end well for the establishment.
But yet anybody
of
with a
the police.
fucking
You
knife,
already
oh, they
see,
don't
even
want
on
to
a
show their
democratic level.
identity,
I'm
don't
actually
do
so
they?
fascinated by the fact
The
that the Labour
fucking
Party
criminals,
is
they don't
keeping
like
still
their
about,
identity
well,
being
I mean,
shown.
it's close to like 20%.
No, they don't pepper
It's
spray
bad.
fucking criminals,
It
do
makes
they?
sense because that's about roughly speaking the number of supporters they actually have in the country. But surely,
don't
some of the
pepper
more
spray
sane
them.
Labour supporters are looking at this mess and
Oh,
saying,
no.
maybe my
But
dear
somebody that's
leader,
innocent, they
Keir
fucking
Starmer, is not really working out that well. Maybe. Looks like people need to start carrying pepper spray too. If the cops spray you, you're going to jail anyway. And you can say that the officers weren't acting as officers. So yeah, in Britain you will be arrested if you carry pepper spray, in case you don't know. You can't actually defend yourself. You're not allowed to have pepper spray. Even if you're a woman and you feel vulnerable in the middle of the night, walking somewhere in your neighborhood, nope, you can't do that. The police are out of control. This is crazy, says Paul. But they will still claim that there is no two-tier justice. It's time to put up even more flags. F them. Anyone see the copper spray another copper? I missed that one. Wait, was that in the footage I showed you? Can you confirm? Lingering stink. That's the name of the person, by the way. I'm not insulting people.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Can someone confirm whether that was in the footage I showed you? Because I can find it. If it was, or if it was a different footage. I need to find that.
I didn't see
Well,
that.
this is actually terrifying. What on earth is happening to Britain? God bless you, my cousins from across the pond. Thank you, TNR girl. Paul also says, since the police were ordered to arrest Sarah, she was targeted. Yeah, she was definitely targeted. They didn't like what she said. They used the excuse. Actually, I love how the excuse they had was actually flying the flag. But the reason they were really angry was because she said, guys, stop paying your council tax bills. That didn't make them too happy. To pepper spray an old woman and a journalist, well, multiple journalists, shame on the police, the National Socialists, we are just following orders too.
Yeah.
Neil says, I used to respect the police, but now I think they are almost as bad as the politicians.
No.
And at best, at this time, they are seen as useless. At times, they're just completely out of control. It's a lose-lose situation for the good police officers. Unfortunately, Maya, you are wrong about the general election. The Constitution will eventually have to have one, by the way. When Starmer falls, unless he goes nuclear, what does that mean? There will be no election. Turkeys do not vote for Christmas. The Tories went through 2 new leaders without calling an election. Yeah, but the problem with this is that the Tories had, that was the right thing for them because they thought they were being clever. In this situation, this isn't just the party being angry with the leader. This is actually the whole country. So if basically the Labour Party is admitting that Keir Starmer is the problem, has to go, the Labour Party are admitting that we know that the country is angry. That's why Starmer has to go. So by default, it implies if Starmer has to go, the government needs to ask for another mandate. So it's not even the situation, for example, like Liz Truss, where essentially she messed up the communication with the establishment, and the globalist establishment were like, we're going to have to use the media and everything we have to get rid of her. Same thing they did with Boris, because Boris Johnson was an idiot. The establishment did a great hit job on Boris, and they brought him down. Again, still Boris's fault for being an idiot, but it was the establishment using the media, using everything they had. They threw it at Boris, they threw it at Liz Truss, brought them down. And but obviously now we have this situation where if the Labour Party admits, hypothetically, if we get to a point where Starmer is pushed out, the Labour Party, it is not the establishment bringing down a Labour Prime Minister, it's the country telling the Labour Party, your leader is terrible, needs to go, you need to replace him, which means you need to ask for a new mandate. It's going to be very, very difficult for Labour to avoid a snap election. They can still do it, obviously, but by that point it will be 3 years away from the next general election, regardless. So let's see what we have. None of this would have happened if they were carrying a dirty Palestinian flag, calling for jihad. Yeah, apparently you can do that, calling for intifada. I'm a veteran and my oath of allegiance ended when my queen died. Hashtag not my king, he is too woke. And a Muslim appeaser. Just following orders is no excuse. Yes, I know. I saw it when... What got me was the way he saw his colleague in distress and ignored her. What a creep. Who is this? Oh, is it the police officer thing? Okay, can someone tell me, if was this in the footage I showed you? I need to get confirmation. And this was before all this happened. Did you see where the lefty threatened to cut AY Audit's throat? They took the lefty's details, then let him go. Obviously, that's what they do, right? With the left. Insanity. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to see if there has been a reaction from Reform UK's leadership. That's actually very important to check because obviously one of the main members from Epping has now been arrested.
Oh,
and nothing from Reform UK's official party account, nothing from the leader of Reform UK. Nigel Farage hasn't said anything either. Let's see if Zio Yusuf has said anything. As I said, Sarah from Reform UK has been arrested now for simply flying the flag of her country. And nothing from Zio Yusuf. Let's check Richard Tice, the deputy leader, see if there's been any reaction from
the leader,
Tice at
the
least.
woman one.
Nothing from Richard Tice. Should we just try all the MPs that they have? Let's try Sarah.
Alright.
Sarah Fortune.
Alright.
I don't think we are going to get any reaction from any of the Reform UK.
Why?
No reaction from any of the senior members of Reform UK on one of their members being
But why?
unfairly arrested for flying the flag. I guess
why
because
then?
she said she encouraged people not to pay council tax. I think the Reform UK leadership said probably best to not be associated with her, right?
Right, okay.
I think that's probably what's going on. Libel says, Sarah's arrest is already on video and watched from outside the UK. People are disgusted. If you can't fly your own flag, your country is occupied. If you can't fly your own flag, you don't have a country. You just have a random land, and things are happening in the land, and anybody could come into the land and do whatever they want to do. There's no actual country. Are you taking a second wife, asking for money? I don't understand the people, especially Muslims, who take multiple wives. One is expensive enough. We're under a dictatorship in the UK now. We've got restrictions, restricted freedom of speech. But we don't have freedom of speech, we have speech.
We don't have speech anymore. Yeah. We don't have freedom anymore.
There is pushback from councils regarding Union and England flags being flown. Yeah, and many others.
Wow.
Terence says a Starmer's net approval rating of -56. If he reaches -74, he will go down as the most hated UK Prime Minister ever. Yep. I think he will be overall.
Then he's going to Bury or whatever, but I don't go there anymore.
That will be as bad
I don't go drinking in Bury anymore. Even, it's too dangerous. People get stabbed and murdered in Bury as well.
In terms of overall, there was still respect for Attlee.
It's too dangerous to go out and walk home and...
policies don't work well. Nora says all these are just little skirmishes. The real question is, are the invading armies going to be deployed? They won't be using pepper spray then. I think if I were to just say, I'm not saying that I want this to happen, but I think I'm just seeing the future. This is just the beginning. Things will get worse and on different levels as well, in terms of things will get worse in regard to the invasion of the country and
this is why they got body bags
the reaction from the invaders. We've already seen some of them obviously threatening the people of this country. A lot of them are already committing crimes, targeting vulnerable girls and women. but there's also things are going to get worse in terms of the reaction from the British public. This hasn't even reached the peak moment. This is nothing. This is still people politely asking the government and the establishment and the media to hear them out. We're still at the point that the British public are still showing tolerance. This is not still completely kicking off yet. It could get worse, and it will get worse unless we have
I don't want the
proper
British people to kick
U-turn.
off. We don't want the British people kicking off.
Anyway, we'll find out what's happened to Sarah. I believe she's still in police custody, and
people
we'll
are
get
going to
more
get hurt.
response from
People are going to
the
get
media
arrested, and
reporters
people's
as
lives
well.
are going to get
Again,
ruined.
I'm extremely proud of everybody who's been out there reporting and doing their job, whether they
And we
get
don't want the
attacked by the
British
police
lives,
randomly for
people
no
that
reason.
British to get
Thank you so much.
ruined.
Make sure to become a member of Tousi TV Plus to support us, and of course to also get access to the complete channel with the documentaries, the chat forum, the podcast, and everything else.
For that one.
Scan the QR code or go directly on tousi.tv.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time from Caroline Poynton in Bury, Manchester. Bye-bye for now.